Hello from Santa Fe.
Hello, guys. So, we didn't intend to be here. We actually were up in Los Alamos, like an hour northwest of here, a little bit higher in elevation, around like 8,000 feet. But there is a winter storm warning.
Yes, we are not trying to be up on the side of the mountain when we're expecting like a foot and a half of snow. Well, like 14 inches to 16 inches, I think is what they said. But so we left the area and we are down here in Santa Fe, which is a little bit lower, but we are still expected to get quite a bit of snow. They're predicting about 4 or 5 inches. So that's going to come with some challenges for sure.
Yes, and we also have the problem that our batteries are already a little bit low because when we were in Los Alamos, our campsite was a little bit shaded. So we're not at 100% battery, and it's supposed to snow. So we're a little bit concerned with our solar. We've never done, we've done some light winter camping, but never like a
Not heavy
real-
like this, yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a true test to see if we are a four-season camper off-grid. We got the diesel heater, so hopefully that keeps us warm, and we'll have to figure out our power situation, I guess.
Yes.
Maple. Woke up to a winter wonderland. Luckily, the diesel heater did a good job last night, so we were toasty. But at least it's pretty out here, even if it's cold. Tinkerbell is not quite as excited about the snow as Maple is. I mean, I get it. But she still likes it, for now at least, till it gets too cold for her. Her hoodie does help her though. So the other challenge of winter camping is definitely the fact that we are low on power. I mean, for the last couple weeks we've been just barely maintaining right around the 50 to 60%, maybe slightly dropping some days, but it's been super cloudy the last few days. Our intake has been pretty low, and now that it's snowed and we're about to have some overcast weather for the next couple of days, it's going to be tight, and it's going to require us to take some extreme precautions to make sure that we still have enough power. So the very first thing we got to do is make coffee this morning, and I don't have really the power to run our induction cooktop if we need it to last. So luckily, we have a bit of a backup. So we do have my camp stove, which is, gonna do pretty good for just boiling some water and getting us some coffee. And then, of course, I have no hot water, so dishes have been piling up because I've been hoping that I can get a little extra power, turn on the hot water heater, and really get those dishes nice and clean, but it doesn't look like that's happening, so I'm gonna have to do my best with that. And yeah, winter camping definitely has its challenges. There you go.
Thank you.
Now, if you're curious how we stay warm, we do use a diesel heater. We run kerosene out of it because diesel is dirty and soots up really badly. But it comes out of a nice hole down here at the bottom of our bathroom, and that pushes nice hot air right through the middle of our trailer. And then as hot air rises, obviously it warms up our upper bed area too quite easily. So that works nicely, especially since we got our new Bouge RV diesel heater, and it is awesome. It is Bluetooth controlled. It has also its own little key fob to work it, and so it's really convenient, and it does a great job of keeping us warm. Guten Appetit.
Thank you. Well done, chef.
Okay, coffee and breakfast made. Did have to use a little bit of power to toast up those bagels, but luckily the air fryer is pretty good. I think we started this morning with a little over 33% battery. Now we are sitting at 31.4. The diesel heater is running, which does require our power a little bit, not a ton, but it runs at about 20 watts while it's operating, but startup it's like 100 watts for a minute or so, so does use a little bit of power, but I think we're doing pretty good. And maybe the sun will peek through today and we'll get a little on the solar to help us out, but we could definitely use it because it's going to be a tight one over the next day or two if we're already at 30% and not pulling any power in. All right, all done. Breakfast was pretty good, and it's just a typical weekday. So Senta is gonna be working. She's not on a call right now, so I can record this, which is great. But typically, while she's working, I'm either down here doing some editing on my computer, getting our videos together. Since we are in a little bit of a power crunch, I am not gonna do that and use up even more power. I am gonna take the opportunity to run a few errands, so I'll take you along for that. Before I go run errands though, I think I have to tackle this mess over here. So I got a plan. I think I'm gonna boil up a little bit more water with my little camp stove, and obviously boiling water is too hot to handle with your hands, so that mixed with a little bit of water from the sink, I think I can organize it and get some hot water on there to clean it, so we'll see how that goes. I would call that a very great success. Looks like everything is cleaned and didn't have to use any extra power because 1 cup of boiling water mixed with all the cold water in the tank worked wonderfully. And now it's time to officially go run those errands. So another benefit of me running errands, as I try and do this one-handed here, let me set the camera down. There we go. We do have an Anchor battery, and we have extra 200-watt solar panels that we usually hook this up to kind of supplement in the wintertime, especially in the forest and things like that, when we might get covered in shade and we can move those panels to at least get some energy. But when it's snowing like this, there's no solar energy at all. But we do have a car charger, so I'll be able to charge it up in the car while I'm out running errands today. As you could see, I have Maple with me because with the snow, she's got a little extra pent-up energy and wanting to get out there and exploring. So I'm gonna take her to a dog park that is really close to where we're camping, which is gonna be great. But then after that, I've still gotta go get water. I've gotta go pick up a FedEx package at a FedEx ship center, maybe 2 if the other one arrives in time. If not, I'll have to do that tomorrow. And then I think I'm probably also gonna get us some lunch while I'm out. Just one less thing for us to cook and use up energy while I'm out anyways. Stay. Okay. Cue the David Attenborough narration. The husky in its natural environment. My British accent is quite terrible. The husky has found itself caged in and must search periodically for weaknesses in the fence, much like a velociraptor. Sniffs are very important for this creature as they stimulate and tell her what she needs to know, which is that she is still but a caged animal. The female, realizing that she is being followed by her human companion, must flee the scene. She cannot contain her joy for long. She must run and bound in the snow. All right. Dog park success. Maple is very happy. And time to go get some water before heading over to the FedEx pickup point. My parents called and I forgot to get any footage, but I got the water already, which is great. So now we are at FedEx. Hopefully they have my packages, both of them. At least one they should have. All right, package received. Now we're gonna pick up a little lunch for Senta and myself. Don't know what I'm gonna get yet. Maybe Five Guys. I did see there was a Five Guys nearby, so that might just be easy to pick up and bring back. But successful run so far. Did I do good for lunch?
Yes, I was hungry, and I'm almost done with work.
All right, let's go clean some solar panels. So, anyways, we got the solar panels cleaned off. Probably a little late in the day. The sun is already going down. We're really not taking anything in. But it was snowing when I left. Like, it doesn't do me any good to clean the panels if it's still snowing. So, but
And I'm done with work, so that's good. So, like, battery percentage, we're not doing too hot. We're at like 27.7%. But like, you got the anchor church at least.
I did not, because fun fact, I didn't double check the cigarette lighter plug, which I always leave the cigarette lighter part just plugged in, but it popped out, so it wasn't charging pretty much the entire time I was out running errands. We only had like 15% in it. So I'm gonna dump that in real quick, but luckily we are gonna go grab some showers at a Planet Fitness, and we should be able to charge up the anchor there. So at least we'll get one charge in today.
Well, that's good. You know, better than nothing. So, but yeah, we have to get some showers. And then we'll see you later for like dinner and kind of a slow evening.
Yep, and it's going to be a cold one tonight. I think I saw that it's going to be in the teens, but we'll keep you updated on the forecast as it comes.
Done with showers, and they were pretty good, but now we're also going to pick up some dinner because our batteries are still so low and we just don't want to, you know, like spend that much power on cooking. So we had 2 contenders, both Japanese. So Eric, which was the first contender?
So the first contender was right by the Planet Fitness, and it was FU Sushi.
And honestly, it was only a contender because of the name. They did actually have good reviews, but the name did it for us. But in the end, we decided to go to a different Japanese place because I was feeling ramen, and Eric is gonna get some takoyaki and some fried rice.
Looks pretty good. Perfect timing. Hey girls.
Nice and cozy in here. 54 degrees. It actually doesn't feel bad. Like it.
Because it's so cold outside.
The number sounds worse than it is.
Yeah.
All right. Got our dinner. Some ramen. Oh, I think we said that. Well,
yeah.
Got our dinner. Excited for that. Tinky, you excited for dinner too? Inspected, and you think it's good? Okay, cool.
Got our delicious Mampuku ramen. We are settled back in the trailer, and
well, we don't know yet if it's delicious. We haven't tried it yet.
It looks and smells delicious, okay?
So, just keeping it real.
First bite, what do you think?
It's good. I got the shoyu ramen. So the shoyu ramen is like a soy-based ramen, and like obviously you taste the soy, which I was in the mood for. And then it has some like fish cake and some chasu pork, an egg, noodles.
Looks like bamboo in there.
Yeah, noodles and bamboo sprouts. Oh.
And I got the pork fried rice. And the pork is very tender and moist. Good flavor. I might add a little soy to make it a little saltier, but it's overall very good. I also got some takoyaki, because I love takoyaki and I haven't had it in a while. If you don't know what takoyaki is, it's an octopus ball. It's just octopus chunk that's battered and deep fried and has some furikake on the outside, and looks like they use a little bit of Kewpie mayo and maybe a little bit of like teriyaki soy or something like that on it. So we'll see. The takoyaki is really good.
Can I have one?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's eel sauce.
It is eel sauce. It is definitely eel sauce.
Or good. But I'll leave the rest for you since you're obsessed with your takoyaki.
I love takoyaki. So tonight it's gonna be cold. So we looked up the recent forecast, and if I'm not,
let me look it up again.
Okay. So the low tonight,
it's going to be 15.
15 degrees tonight. So that's, I mean, that's is that the coldest we've ever been in the trailer?
I'm not sure, but it is pretty cold.
That's very cold.
But we had some cold nights.
We've had some cold nights before. This is going to be up there for some of the coldest nights that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Maple, are you having a good time back there?
Right now, as I said earlier, it's like 55 degrees. It actually feels really good in here since we just came in from the outside. I think we're gonna wait a little bit before we turn on the heater, and then we're usually like getting it up like into the upper 60s.
Yeah, usually it runs for like an hour. It'll get to the upper 60s. We have it off for a little while. Takes some time, comes down. We have it on a timer. It'll kick on 3 times in the middle of the night for an hour.
Unfortunately, we can't have it run all night because it would just get way too hot. So like 3 times a night has been good for like the last couple of nights, but it was a lot warmer, so I don't know. We'll have to think about how we're gonna do it.
5 for everyone, which I'm not gonna take. I'm gonna take the 3 yellow. I did need that.
For everyone?
That is a 5 yellow, baby. Alright, we just shut off the heater. It's about 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock. And it's almost 70 degrees in here, so hopefully we can keep it nice and warm with our body temps for a while. We do have the heater set up to go off at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock, each for an hour, so hopefully that will keep us nice and warm for the night. And I know our battery's sitting at around only 28%, so not doing so hot on the energy side of things, but we'll make it work. Good morning, campers.
Morning.
It definitely got cold last night, so I actually woke up to the heater turning off at about 1:30 this morning because I forgot to check if there was enough kerosene in there. So I had to fill it back up with kerosene.
But after that, it was nice and cozy.
It was actually nice and cozy, really, for the most part. The lowest it got was 50.9, and that was at 1 o'clock when the heater first kicked on, and then obviously it kicked off. But it's 7:30 now. It's 54 degrees in here, so it's definitely chilly. But when the heater was kicking on, it got up around 67 degrees, and then it would just slowly get colder, and then it'd go back to 67 degrees. So it was actually pretty nice all through the night. And we got nice thick blankets, so it was comfy.
So now we gotta wait until it's warm in here again, and then we're gonna have breakfast and all that stuff.
Yep, so gonna just wait it out for the heater to do its thing. Then it's time to get up. Alright, we warmed up, had our coffee, breakfast, and everything. I even went and set up the anchor out to try and get us some more power because we got down to 19.5% before the sun actually came out and started charging our batteries back up. But I even had to pull the anchor back in because it's so cold out there that it stopped charging and we had to rewarm the battery up before we could plug it back into its own little panels. So, yeah, the extreme cold is definitely affecting our camping today.
Yeah, that's okay. We want to spend the time today since it's the weekend to like explore a little bit. So as we said yesterday, we want to do a little bit of a snow hike, so we're doing that. And hopefully by the time we get back, then our battery is gonna be more charged and less sad.
Yes, it is a nice sunny day, so we are gonna remain hopeful for now.
made it up to the Hyde Memorial State Park just outside of Santa Fe, and we are in a winter wonderland. Girls are absolutely loving it. They're like completely cray-cray over the snow, and we're just walking here, some paths, no real like trail or plan. We're just enjoying the scenery.
Okay, Tink. Good girl. Maple, good job.
So what did you think?
Great walk. I mean, we just took a walk in the closed roads of the state park, but it was so magical with the wind blowing the snow off the trees.
Girls loved it, but we gotta go back to the camper. Hopefully our batteries are not completely pathetic. So wish us luck.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Made it back to the camper, guys, and good news. Power is up. We are at 42.5%. We're not really taking in anything now. It's after 4 o'clock, so.
But we feel much better about it. Like
Yes.
sub-20s is a little bit rough because, you know, like with lithium ion batteries, you really can only go between 10, like down to 10 to 15% because otherwise the voltage drops too low and then you can't really run anything. So we were cutting it a little bit close.
We were definitely cutting it close. And, you know, it wasn't like we just plopped in at 100% down here, had a few days of snow and we were struggling. No, we had some struggling days before we even got here. So I definitely think we can do more true winter camping. What do you think?
I actually think so too. I mean, like there are a couple of compromises that you have to do, you know, like we were close enough to Santa Fe that we could eat out a little bit, but if we were more like in the wilderness, probably we would have to, you know, do some cold meals like sandwiches and stuff that are just like low in power consumption.
Right.
But I don't think it's overall too bad, you know, like it gets cold in the night a little bit, but I mean, like we're comfortable under the blankies and everything.
Yeah, we had a good blanket.
So-
The diesel heater worked wonderfully.
Yeah.
You know, that can't run all the time. You can't just be chilling at 65 degrees in the camper. It's going to get down into the 50s and then pump back up. So it's not perfect, but I think it's worth it because no one is around us for camping. We really kind of have stuff to ourselves. It really is just peaceful.
Well, and it's just so beautiful.
It's
like
gorgeous.
up in the national forest, like walking through the snow-covered trees, it's just so beautiful. The girlies just absolutely love it.
They had a blast. They had an absolute blast.
And
Tinkerbell's whooped.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely worth it. And I think we're gonna have probably a few more like winter camping experiences down the road because I really love it.
Absolutely. So let us know in the comments below if you would try some winter camping. Would you sacrifice to get all the benefits, or are you just a little too bougie? But if you made it this far, do us a favor. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and that bell for all the notifications and updates on our upcoming videos. But we'll see you next time.
Next time.
Did you howl for the camera? Did you howl for the camera? Did you make a scene? Yeah, I know you made a scene. Kind of going down, and we're. Oh, thank you, Tinkerbell. You're very, very kind to wait until we're filming to shake out and be noisy. Thank you for that. Lay down. She's a little extra, if you couldn't tell. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. That was my little strong hand. That was my strong hand right there. Yeah.